Good morning, everybody. Donovan Brooks with Dojo Arm Defense here. Little pistol tip Tuesday. And so this week working in dry fire, I had kind of an aha moment, right? Sometimes it's not just learning the technical skill, it's the mental cues we give ourselves to be able to execute that skill efficiently, effectively, and consistently. And I had a little bit of a different mental cue this week thinking about my draw. I presented this particular idea to some friends of mine that are great shooters. We've all been playing with it over the last week, and it seems to be working really well for people that are implementing it. So thought I'd come on here and share this, maybe give you a way to think about your draw a little bit differently and see if it gets you to that consistent sight picture right when you get the pistol presented it up into your eyesight. So the way I'd been thinking about my draw has been driving from the elbow. So I'd set my arm up wherever I'm drawing, if it's a competition holster, if I'm drawing from conceal, so that my elbow goes straight backwards, and then I can drive it from my elbow straight forwards, right? If my elbow's in the wrong position, I end up getting off center on my presentation. Think about it like a rear wheel drive vehicle. Well, what I started playing with this week was changing where I thought about the force that goes into the pistol coming from. So instead of driving from my elbow, what I start to imagine is string theory for pistols. I imagine there was a string attached to the muzzle of my pistol, and it goes straight, right, like a frozen rope, a term we would have used in baseball, directly to the spot on the target that I'm holding in my eyes, right, what I'm visualizing there. And what this string does is upon the draw, the moment the pistol becomes horizontal, that string gives a tug, a firm pull, and it pulls the pistol straight out, right? So instead of driving the pistol from the rear, what's happening is that the pistol in my mind is getting pulled to that point on the target that I'm focusing. What I found is that imagining the string pulling the gun immediately corrected any elbow problems that I was having, right? I'm still setting my elbow up so that it's close to my body and I can drive it straight. But once it's here, that pulling motion just seems to bring my arm and my dot here, or your sights if you're an iron sight shooter, right? It just brings it straight into my line of sight on that target. I'm having very, very minimal, if any at all, micro corrections with my dot once it arrives on the target. So give it a try. String attached to the front of your barrel, it's pulling the gun out, right? It's pulling it straight to the target, and see how that works for you. Sometimes it's just the mental cues, right? So remember, follow Christ, love each other, train hard, and I'll see you on the range. Thanks from Dojo Arm Defense. Have a great day.